Have you ever had the urge to sort of shake things up? I'm the Body Smith. On today's show, I'll show you how I did something that did just that.
Work it, 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 work it.
I've been participating in Dahlia shows for over 30 years. This year, I entered my dahlias in the national show competition in Virginia. That meant carrying them on a plane, and that was a new experience. It worked out well. 7 of them made the Court of Honor, and 1 of those won Best of Show. Tara, who has been a guest on this show for many years, is joining me for this HIIT HIIT workout. So let's hit the music. So Tara, that's high intensity interval training, but high intensity really means whatever you want to make it. You're going to push yourself a little more than you might normally, but you don't have to kill yourself while you're doing it. Let's reach it up. We're going to put on some relative oldies here. I think this song was from the soundtrack of the movie Footloose. And that was, I would say, mid-80s. That was right about when I started teaching fitness. Very good. Now reach across, push it out. We're getting some trunk rotation. So back to the dahlias. Yes, I had to carry those dahlias on a plane. And it was a little harrowing at times. Reach it across, push back. First, what I did is about 3 or 4 days before my flight, I went to the airport to ask questions of my airline and TSA. Reach it up and down. And so I got my answers. So when I got to the airport, on the day I was flying, it was a lot smoother than it would have been otherwise. But you do have to dump out the water out of your container to get it through screening. Switch sides, down and up. And then when I got all the way down Terminal 3, or was it Concourse C? Anyway, it was the longest one in the airport, carrying this container of dahlias. Let's push down both arms. I found out my container was leaking. That's not good. And legs apart and bend the knee and lunge. And so a kind janitor gave me some plastic bags to put in the container. And reach it up and over. I went to the counter and I said, how do you deal with challenging passengers with strange requests? And I explained to them, these dahlias are going to a national competition, and if they get damaged, they can't even be shown. And I'm representing Oregon clear across the country. They were so kind. Fortunately, it wasn't a full flight. Let's lift it up, roll the shoulder back. They got me 3 seats in a row, and I only paid for 1. 1 seat for the dahlias, 1 seat for me, and the one by the aisle was blank. Now roll it back. So I owe a great deal of thanks to TSA and to Alaska Airlines for making it all possible. Now switch and roll forward. And actually, I think I'll do another national show, the next one, which, if you're watching this anywhere near 2023, it will be in Portland, Oregon. Now, row it upright. And right now, we'll just get those muscles prepared for our high-intensity workout. Remember, high intensity is what you want to make it. Reach down, push up, bend. But I don't do a whole lot of the HIIT workouts like that. I don't teach any HIIT classes. and side to side. So this is, by doing this occasionally, it shakes up my exercise program. Shakes up my metabolism. And ham curls. And that's our aim today. We want to shake up that metabolism. Burn some calories. Kick that metabolism into high gear. We're kind of tricking our metabolism. 4 more. Legs apart, bicep curl. What you see behind you in the center are the 7 rosettes won at the national show. Surrounding them are all of the ones that were won from my dahlia garden this past show season. They did really well. A surprise to me. Reach it out. I kept thinking I was going to, the term a friend of mine uses is getting skunked. You know, going to a show, not having anything do well. There was no skunking this year in a rather challenging growing season. 4 more. 3, 2, breathe in. Exhale out. 1 more time, breathe in. Now let's get to those high intensity intervals. Now, first of all, you want to pick up a weight or 2 weights. We're going to do the wood chopper. So when you're doing the wood chopper, you've got your legs wide apart, your toes slightly out, your knees bent. And then you're going to take it about eye level and lower down. Let's go, Tara. So we'll do each of these drills for about, 30 or 45 seconds. Very simple. You don't have to learn any choreography. And this one benefits the lower back, the upper back, the legs, different parts, quadriceps, gluteus maximus. So that's our first one right here. 4 more. 3. Last one. All right, let's put that weight down for now. Next. So let's pick up the tubing. Either size is good. This is surgical tubing, fashioned into with handles on it, more or less. Okay, so you got the tubing under your insole and then pull up. And one other beauty about high intensity interval is there is no rule that says you have to do the exact tempo. You can work out at whatever pace that seems to make sense for your body. There we go. Just be careful if you don't know your own strength. I have actually, at one point I was teaching a class on Zoom and the tubing broke on me. You did it in real life, Tara? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't want it to smack you in the face, definitely. Let's do 1 more. Okay, let's see what's next. Speaking of high interval, we're gonna do, I don't know why they call us the ice skate, but you're gonna step over and back, step over and back, go. At whatever pace, at whatever level you wanna do it. You don't have to do high impact to do high intensity. So I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit. Just because you want to race? Oh my gosh. Tara, it's no fair. You're younger than I am. You're catching me. All right. Let's go for about 5 seconds more. All right. Stop that one. Very good. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to pick up our weights and we're going to do some alternating rear lunges. So you're going to step back. I'll give you a side view here. Just step back and then push forward to the shoulders. Good. This one, whenever you're carrying even relatively light weights, I don't like to rush it very much. This is about as fast a pace as I'd want to go. You could even go half time or make up your own pace. Perfect song for this. High energy. Two more. Last one. Keep those weights right there. Now we're going to do some deltoid flies. Raise it out to the side, just about to shoulder level. And remember, the shoulders actually attach lower than the top of the shoulders, so you don't want to go all the way up here. Keep it down lower. Very good. And let's pick up that pace just a little bit. Put a little more challenge into it. Tara, you can choose your own pace. You don't have to actually match mine. Tara, I can tell you get a lot of joy out of living. I love that. All right, here's the last one. Let's put it down. I forgot to warn you, but we might be repeating some of these twice, so don't get too comfortable. All right, so we got another cardio interval. Jumping jacks. You know how to do jumping jacks? So this is the regular way. You can modify. You can do whatever, really. Go. I think I'll do some of each. Show off here a little bit.
Circle?
Oh, you want to do the circle one? Ooh. There, I'm going to push myself a little bit here. Oh, here we go. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. All right, shake it out. What's next on our list? So let's pick up one weight. This one, that's all we need. We're gonna do an overhead tricep press. So you're gonna keep your elbows slightly forward, bend, neutral wrist, and then push up. Here we go. Push. If your shoulders say, don't do this to me, I don't like this one, you can always put that weight down and I'll show you. You could push it back behind. Either way is good. You want to isolate the triceps. One of my guests was saying that she wanted to get rid of teacher arms, which I'd never heard that before. Teacher arms, and switch it out, other side. And she said, yeah, she said when the teacher is writing on the chalkboard and they keep writing and their back of their arm, tricep area keeps wobbling. Teacher arms. We're getting rid of teacher arms. Well, she was complaining about herself though, she said she was turning 60 and she was getting teacher arms. And I think her daughter was the one who called them teacher arms, 14-year-old. All right, release that one down. Let's pick up the other one here, Tara.
Reason we exercise.
And let's do a deadlift. Ready, go, down. So all we're doing here is we're lowering the weights down. You're bending at the hips, hip joint, and at the knee joint, but mostly at the hip joint. The deadlift. Hopefully it won't leave you feeling dead. This is a great one for the lower back and the glutes. While we pump up that jam. Was that salt and pepper? One more time. All right, release those weights down. That's half the exercise right down there, picking up and putting down weights. So now we are going to do high knees, some cardio. So this one can either be like this, you can take the impact out, which I personally like to do. There we go. If you are new or just getting back to working out, remember you can modify just so that you are pushing yourself a little bit more than you might ordinarily do. 5 seconds. That's pumping me up. All right, shake it out. Hey, guess what? We get to do them again. Let's do the wood chopper. I'm going to challenge myself and see if I can do both weights. All right, here we go. Hey, wait a minute. It's harder. Pump up the jab. I always like that line. Kind of a circuit format today. We're repeating everything we've done before. I'll see if we even have time to get through it all. One more. Okay, what's next? The bicep curl. Let's use the tubing again. Okay. I'm going to put it on my other foot for variety. All right, ready, go. Up and down. A little secret, you do want to be careful that you don't get overzealous with your band, but if you're just not feeling much, if you are using the tubing here, you could double foot it, and that will put more tension on it. Or if you don't have the equipment, you can always do this with a set of weights. I should have mentioned that the first time we did it. And if you don't have the weights, get a can of soup. Just isolate the muscle, put the tension on it, even without any weight in your hand. It will do wonders. 2 more. Am I slowing down? All right, release, very careful. Put some slack in it. And now, guess what we get to do? The ice skate move right here. Bring it back. Slower music. That helps. Yeah, watch out, Olympics. I'll be Eric Hyden, you be Bonnie Blair. Those are some names from the past.
To their name.
And stop. Yeah, we don't want to do share to their name. So I went to the Winter Olympics. We're going to do both weights, alternate lunges back. In 2010, when they were in Vancouver, BC, and I went to the speed skating venue, the long track, the traditional, and they announced Eric Hyden was in the audience. Actually, he was a commentator for some TV station. It's like, Eric Hyden, he won 5 gold medals in Lake Placid in distances, I think all the way from 500 meters to 10,000. Nobody does that now. All right, release, put it down. Wait a minute, let's pick them up. I'm giving you bad advice. Deltoid flies. Just thought I was testing you out on that one. But we got to get these second sets in. It says it in a rule book somewhere. Now this time I mean it. We can put them down. Okay, jacks. And this time, I'm going to really get fancy. Cheerleader jacks. Maybe not. Tara, were you a cheerleader? I think you were. All right, stop. Well, we still can. Let's do both weights, both arms, push back. It's a great way to do the triceps, like you're downhill skiing. Everybody catch that? Here, give you a side view. Keep those elbows back, shoulders relaxed. Yeah, we get rid of those teacher arms. All right. I think, can we put them down? No, let's do the deadlift. So let's do the deadlift, and this time, not just the lift, but you're gonna pull up. Pull the shoulder blades together. Be real careful of your lower back. It is important to keep the abdominals pulled in. Help give support to that lower back. One more. All right. What have we got next? Let's do high knees to the outside just to be different. We told you we were going to shake things up here. And so we'll do the high knees a little bit differently here. Oh, that's enough. Legs apart. Let's sway it side to side. I think we deserve a little bit of cool down. Before we do the cool down stretch, doing a figure 8 with the arms. Right arm only. I can tell you my metabolism is bumped up after that. And switch sides. Both arms in and out. I remember sometimes I was home in the afternoon. I'd just have the television on when I was doing things in the house to keep me company. An Oprah Winfrey show would come on and they'd play this song. Originally by, do you know? Well, Whitney Houston did that one, but who is the original? And push side to side, then Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan. And another one you might not know. You know The Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler? Mm-hmm. The original artist was Sheena Easton. All right, hold it in and breathe it in. Speaking about original artist, we've got the Tina Turner version of Let's Stay Together. Who was the original? Let's reach up. Al Green, the wonderful R&B singer Al Green, one of my favorites. Let's do the other side. We had some not great music when I was in high school, but one thing we did have that was good was Al Green. Take it over one side, the knees over the ankle, reach and extend. So you want to keep the knee pretty much directly over the ankle and then slide the other leg out and stretch the inner thigh and the groin. Let's switch sides while we're here. I have been known to switch one side and then move on to something else and forget to do the other side. I have a member in a class of mine, Susan, thank you Susan, she keeps me on track. We didn't do the other side, with a big smile. I go, thank you Susan, you got it. All right, runner's lunge to the side. Knees over the ankle, slide the back leg way back, reach up. So you're going into the hip flexor and down through the knee and on the back of the leg, calf and Achilles tendon. And bring it back and hold it. So all of the dahlias on the set here, yes, they were grown on my property. I think last I counted, I had about 175 plants, which is really a lot to take care of. All right, now the other side. And hold it. Reach up. And Tara and the people that are helping today get to go home with bouquets, which is good. And step back. We're gonna lean over that leg and reach forward, both arms. Yeah, I personally, I like my dahlias outdoors. I don't bring them in the house for bouquets, but I can give them away to other people. Now push forward, open the upper back and shoulders, and bring it back. Now we're going to push the arms up, open the chest, and breathe in. And take one arm up, the other arm back. Can you see, Tara? I can almost touch on this side. The other side's a different story. You're going to stretch the shoulder and the triceps and the other side. And towards the end, I want to thank you for being here with us, and especially Tara for helping, and all the volunteers who are running the production. And as we disappear, we'll show you some shots of the national show winning dahlias. Come on, Tara.
I just can't decide. You never do that to me. I want you, baby. Being around you is all I see. So many nights we ought to stay together. Loving you whether times are good or bad. Happy or sad. Stay together. Loving you whether times are good or bad. Happy or sad. Never need to chase after me, oh baby. Let's stay together. Loving you try to stay together. Loving you
Good or bad, happy or sad.